song, right? Cool. Hit command equals for me. So the song is gonna pop up like this. Bloop. Right. Bloop. Do it one more time. So there'll be a certain amount of tracks. I'll give you time to do this. How many tracks is it? See where it starts from. You see the out? What am I starting on right here?
Out 5?
Out 5. Do you guys know why I do that? It's because I don't want to fuck you guys up. Right now, these 4, the Q sends are kind of jacked up. I don't remember if we were dealing with it last week or we were having some issues with sends. And I forgot it's because the sends for right now on these ones are a little funky. Sometimes. Sometimes they're not, sometimes they are. But I don't want to deal with that. Because I fucked someone up last year, I think. Yeah, last year in the spring pretty bad. Because they couldn't get their Q mix to go. And then I checked, I'm like, oh, this is fucked up bug. Sorry, man. Because it was just like sitting there like drenched, like, what is going on, dude? I can't. I'm like, well, why can't you get it? And it's just like, oh, it's because it's broken. So I don't want to deal with that. Poor dude. He managed to pass, but it's because I felt bad. Because it was my error. Yeah, it was fucked up. So right here, it's only, what, 17 tracks, right? So I'm going to make a piece of tape going up to 17. I hope you didn't record me talking about all that. Anywho, edit it out. So we got right here. I'm going to write down what it is. So we got kick, snare. And notice what I'm doing. I'm making these little marks here so I know what's what, because this will screw you up. I've seen people write it in wrong. And you guys can all come up, by the way. You don't have to sit. You can move this chair out the way. Kick, snare. I'm making the lines and I see them not do that, and then they mess up what's where, right? So I see you got tom 1, floor tom. I'll put FL tom for now. All right, I'll separate these. This is on 5, right? See, I already fucked up. What am I on? I'm on 4. So let's move this over 1. See, if I would have done this test right now, that would have already screwed me up. Because I'm like, why am I not getting anything on my first track? Oh, well, it's because I have it wrong. So floor tom, what's the next? Overhead. Look at the output for that, 9 and 10. So I'm gonna go like this, overhead, left, overhead, right. You see that? And look what I did, I didn't put a space in between. So that way I know, oh, it's a stereo pair right there, right? I'll put my bass right here. Is that what's next? Yep, it's on 11. Cool, bass. Cool. After that, guitar left and guitar right. Oh no, it's FX. We'll put FX right here. There might be stuff that there's nothing there. It's part of the test, right? I got guitar left, GTR, right. See how I'm doing this? Fuck, watch out with that. No space in between, so that way I know it's a stereo element. Because what do you think I'm gonna do with the stereo element?
Right. At the same time, up and down.
Well, I'm gonna do what, guys? I'm going to
microphones.
Well, not 2 microphones in general, but someone fucking did this.
It's gonna be on 1 track.
Yeah, it's gonna be, I'm gonna pan them, right? Because it's a stereo element. If you guys are doing this mix and I tell you, hey, this feels hella mono. I won't say it like that, but I'll say, you know, this mix sounds very mono. Why? And you're like, why? Why does it sound mono? Well, it's because you don't have it panned. It's very center. I want you to pan it, right? So what's my last thing? Synth, already got that, and I got Vox. Cool. Once you get it written down like this is not coming through your time, by the way. But don't take forever doing this. Because you know there's like a million of you. Cool. You see how I got it all laid out? Then I'm gonna say, okay, go ahead and find a spot you want to start. As soon as you hit spacebar, we'll go. So looking up here, if I'm being a person using, you know, knowledge, I'm gonna zoom out and see, okay, what is the busiest part where I can do everything, right? Let me make these a little bit smaller.
33 or
Yeah,
31?
It looks like it, right? Let's see. Yeah, about there. You see,
Or 21.
Oh shit, 1 second.
Probably 21.
Yeah, because see all the elements are there, right? That's like where everything's happening. Oh, I see FX right here. I don't really care. I'm gonna go like you originally said, 33. Okay. Right? Or how about 21. I'm gonna highlight the section, right? Let me go bar, because I don't know where the hell they have in such small increments here. It's 1 bar, just to make it easier for me. Cool. So boom. Like maybe say here. That's everything, right? Yeah. Cool. So then I'm like, okay, you got any questions for me? You're gonna say, nah. So as soon as you hit spacebar, we'll start the timer. Right? So when we start the time, hitting spacebar. Time is starting. Okay, go. I want you to send these to the mix bus and pan everything accordingly, right? And remember, it's all returning from your line gains, right? Send this to your mix bus. I'm gonna just do it from scratch. Boom, mix bus, it's on. I'm not gonna use this one, I'm gonna use this one. And when I want you guys monitoring, I want the level to be at 8. Specifically for my test, I want it to be at 8, right? Let me just, this is gonna stay at this level. I'll explain why in a little bit. So, I got everything going, right? I'm gonna start bringing in my signal. Caesar won't allow this on his test. I don't mind it on mine, but you better get a good balance if you're gonna do this, all right? Cool. Let me start bringing shit in. And then also, I'm gonna do this, fuck. Send these guys to the mix. That's set. Cool. Big panties. Floor and Tom. Tom left. Floor, Tom right. Overheads, obviously, kind of left and right. My guitars, left and right. Anything that's a stereo element, it's pretty 1 for 1, right? That's not crazy, right? You guys get that?
Yeah.
Cool. So let me do this. Bringing in my kick. And I want you guys to get a balance, right? So if you notice, I'm kind of hitting it a little hard right here. I'm not gonna go too hard. I just want to make sure I got signal, right? Here's my bass. And one thing I might say in the test is if I want more line gain up here, right? If I say I just want more kick, it's specific element, right? Line gain, element. More line gain, less line gain. More kick, less kick, right? They're good, okay. Okay, bass. My effect, I know in this section there's nothing, so I'm gonna just do this for now on this one. There's nothing there. I'll need it. Guitars. Synth. Vocal. Obviously, my vocal, that's the main actor, right? I want it to pop out. That's the one. Any more drums. Make sure that here, because for my test specifically, I want you to be up here. If you're right here, it's gonna screw you up because I'm gonna be like, damn, dude, your shit's not kicking. By the way, I like my mixes to punch me in the face, right? Or your mixes to punch me in the face. So if I hear this, I'm like, dude, it's just not kicking, dog. And then I look over, I'm not gonna say anything. You gotta notice it. I'm gonna tell you to, keep it up here. So remember that. So I'm gonna mix it. Make sure it's a good balance, right? Step, I want you to send a headphone mix. So to be able to get it engaged, what do? Turn on the cues. And I'll tell you what I want you to send. So in this case, I don't want you to send a ton. We'll say kick, snare, overhead left and right for this specific song, right? And then I'll say everything else except for the effects because we're not using them, right? I don't want it to fuck me up. So right here, right here, right here, right here. Send it to QA, right? Remember, we are panning right here. And if you guys were talking, when we were talking about the test earlier, for my 430 test, we can pan our sends, right? So I'm just gonna do a 1 for 1. Here, boom. Here, boom. Right here, boom. Cool. I'll keep the kick center, snare center, bass center, Vox center, right? Cool. Now that I got this set up, how am I gonna listen to it? First, I gotta give it some level. So, say AFL button will help you. I'm gonna send it to QA, right? So here's QA, engaging it. AFL will let me hear it. This is the level for the whole overall QA, right? For my fullback. So I don't have any kick. So I can switch between, I would say, switch between the both to see where you're at, right? So let's see. Let me just start bringing it in level.
And you're just pressing the AFL to switch.
Yeah.
Because when I was mixing this, don't ever press that. When you start mixing, you don't realize you just messed up the entire headphone.
So that's, I'll tell you when.
Because you're like, I can't hear anything. You keep turning and turning.
Yeah, so no. With this one, just slowly do it. Checking out like, because that's not going to help, right? If you're hitting it all quick. And then there's a point where you don't want to hit this button anymore, but we'll get to that
And
part.
so only when it's red, it's in the headphones.
Yep. No, that's you listening to your headphones.
Oh,
your
it's you
headphone
listening
mix.
to the headphones. Okay.
Yeah, so specifically the full back A, right? So
And how do you
listening to
activate the headphone?
QA.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because remember, we're sending from QA right here, and I'm engaging QA to listen to QA. If I send it to QB, I would engage QB, and then hit QB over here, right? And bring up the signal. So right now, I'm listening to my headphone mix. So let's see where we're at. I think it's disengage QA.
So now when you mix it only mixes the headphone mix.
I'm only listening to the headphone
But
mix.
you're only listening to it.
Yeah. So I can switch between the two. I'm almost there. Any bass.
But that's not affecting the other mix. It's only affecting the headphone.
Because if you remember from the last test, these are pre, right? Unless you press post. Now, if I press post and start messing with this, it's going to affect my headphone mix.
Oh, okay.
There's
That makes
pros
sense
and
now.
cons to that depending on what your session is going to be about, right? Now, here's another thing. When you guys are doing this part, and I'm telling you to turn stuff up or down, I'm not referring to this anymore. Because you already got what I wanted you right here. I'm referring to your headphone mix. So if I'm like, oh, I need more kick or snare, if you're on the headphone part, it's the headphones, not this, because we already solidified, oh, this is great. Move on to your headphone mix. So now I'm going to try to match this with my headphone mix. Let's see where I'm at so far. Pretty close, right?
There's more bass.
I think the bass is fine.
Less kick.
No.
It sounds the same.
Hold up. There's a little bit loud.
You're just standing in a different part of the room.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
It's there. Do you hear a difference?
No.
It sounds like that.
Wait, do it?
It's a little bit louder. So if I tell you, hey, I need you to bring it up as a whole, it's gonna be right here. So I might tell you individual elements like maybe more kick or snare, but as a whole, it's gonna be this button, this knob. So I'm gonna bring it up just a tad. One thing too, because this thing is a little dirty, you might need to shake it a little bit. Don't go hard, just give it a little love for it to come out the right side. See, look. You hear it?
I like this camera over here. Like a music video. It's actually working.
So, there we go. There it is.
There it is.
Perfect, right? Matched it? Sounds the same, right? One, two. Maybe a little bit louder. One second. You got your mix. So this is the part that matters, right? I mean, all of this matters, but this is a big thing. The person that's gonna count for you have full faith and confidence that they can count on beat and count to 10. You'd be surprised. Because if they're messing up, I'm not gonna stop the time. That's poor choice on your part. So once you guys start practicing, see who can count to 10, who can keep it serious, right? Because you don't want to mess up. So cool. If someone could hop in the booth, this part should be set up in terms of the microphone. It's gonna be plugged in. I'm not gonna make you waste time on that. I want you to focus on this, right? Let's say this is a real session. You got your assistant, and they just did all the, they set up the microphone. So I'm obviously only listening to this for the headphone mix part. Do not turn this on after you get your headphone mix. Turn it off. And I'll tell you why right now. So once I got this part, I'm like, okay, my talent. Hey, Christian.
Yo, Christian.
Christian.
Could I have you hop in the booth for me?
Yeah, man.
You're just gonna count to 10.
Oh, yeah. Move.
Yeah. So I'm gonna open a track, right? A mono track is what I'm gonna record from. From here, I'm gonna tell you which one. I'm gonna say, let's see what we have available. Do I have 18 available?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna go input, see interface, input 18. And I want your Pro Tools return to be whatever I say, 19 in this case, right? So, before I plug it all in, I'm gonna patch it. He's in the booth. The booth, to get the microphone in, ISO mic output, because it's a mic in the ISO booth, right? Have it right here. What did I say? In 19, so I'm gonna go in microphone 19, because we're using what? What is, oh, excuse me, 18, sorry. Oh, and I plugged it in 18, I just said 19, weird. Anyways, it's coming in 19, right? So, as you guys can see, I have it going right there, right? Because what's the device that we're using right now? What is he using to talk into?
ISO.
No, he's using a microphone.
Oh yeah.
Right? So that's why I'm going ISO mic out to my mic input, right? Okay, I'll ask you dumb questions like that too, so be ready. It's just, I'll ask you questions that are so basic, but you're so thinking about this stuff that you might be like, oh, what is it? I'm like, well, I don't know, it's a microphone, right? Oh shit, yeah. So what's the first thing? It was talking for me already. Okay, so I have it in right here. Obviously, I'm not gonna get any signal because I don't have it engaged here. I'm gonna hit Shift R. Boom. So now I know he's coming in 18. I'm gonna flip this so the microphone's coming in, and then I'm gonna send my return to Pro Tools. So, I mean to the mix, sorry. So this is coming from Pro Tools. So I see the signal coming in. I don't hear anything yet over here because I hit the wrong button.
5, 6, 7, 8,
There it is.
1,
Which one did you have?
4, 5,
Oh, it was you didn't hit the max.
9, 10,
Yeah,
1,
I hit it on the wrong channel. So
7, 8, 9, 10.
give me one quick sec, brother.
Yes, sir.
So right now I got him coming in on 19, right? You see it right here. The gain, mic gain is up. I made sure I'm in mic because that's my microphone. I have it set to 18. Cool. Brought up the signal so it can go into Pro Tools. The return, so coming back from Pro Tools, I said 19. I might tell you 23, whatever. It depends. So coming back on this guy, 19. I brought up my line gain because it's coming back from Pro Tools because remember, our Pro Tools outputs are normal to our SSL line inputs. Go down the line. I'm gonna send this puppy to the mix, bring up the signal. Go ahead and talk to me real quick.
1, 2,
Make sure I got a healthy level.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Great. All right, I'm gonna send you yourself right now, okay?
Okay.
So from the return, I'm gonna turn QA on, and just so I can have control, you don't have to do this, but I want to do this. I'm gonna send it to QB, right? QB, turn on QB, put up the signal. You should be on 3. Let me know if you can hear yourself.
1, 2, 3, check. 1, 2. Yes, I can hear myself.
Cool. So you did that. This is the part where you don't want to fuck up, because this is the part. We'll let this oscillator on. This is the part where you might fail, right? There's a few ways to fail this test. For my test in particular, if you go past the time, which is 15 minutes for an A, by the way, 15 minutes for an A, and then blah, 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 blah from there. If you go past the time, if you feedback, which is very difficult to do, but it's possible to do on this test, don't feedback. I'm not gonna tell you how because I don't wanna F you up. But there's one way for sure that I know you can feedback, so don't feedback. And if you send reverb into the speakers here, I don't want any reverb. I want the reverb to be in the cans for him, but I don't want reverb in here. And it's one easy way to do it and to avoid. And I'll show you that. So remember how I said leave this like this? I'll explain why. Go ahead and talk for me. I'm going to send you a reverb from your return, okay?
Okay, I'm talking.
So right now I'm going to do this. Let's look at it over here. Watch out real quick. Is there signal getting sent there?
Yeah.
Cool. Now I'm going to go over here. I'm going to send it to his fullback. I'm going to send it to B because that's what I decided to do, right? And I'm going to increase the level here.
Yes.
Cool.
I'm hearing the reverb.
So in case you guys are like, whoa, how do I check?
It's very wet down here. Oh,
So this might be too much.
Oh, it sound like a.
Let me
hall
give you
for
less.
church.
Sorry.
yeah, I'm drowning.
Holy.
Okay.
No, that's a plate now.
How's this? Hold up.
Jack, well, I'm still drowning. I can barely hear. Oh, that's better.
Oh, you know it's on large hall. Do you want me to change the preset? Okay.
How's that?
Jack, 1, 2. Well, now I don't hear like any reverb.
Hold up.
Crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, reverb's back, but it's still a lot. Check.
It might be the
2.
preset.
That's better.
It's
I can
actual.
hear myself think now.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
that's how you change the level right there.
From right here, or also how much should I send it to him right here?
You can just send
Oh,
the
okay.
Yeah.
right there. Okay.
So you here. So if you want to check, remember since I sent it to QB is normal to 3 and 4. So you just go like that. I'm like, yeah, I hear it. Cool. All right. All right. Give me 1 sec, brother. So this is the part where you can fail. Please don't fail. This is so easy. I'm gonna leave this up, right? Because we're so used to just hitting mix. Talk for me.
Shot time.
I hear that. It's over.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8.
So don't hit mix. Even
Don't hit mix.
if you just do this, like real quick,
Don't.
I'll hear it. if you just tap it. So don't touch it. Give me one quick sec. Now, the reason I do this for this test is because, dude, you're going to be in situations where they specifically request you not to send something to someone's headphones. Because people, I'm telling you, are very specific. I've had it where I've had sessions and they tell me, I only want this. And I have to send up a specific mix for them, right? Sorry, I can't do that shit. I can't. They said they only want that, so I'll do that. And if you don't, you'll get chewed out, and they might stop the session. Believe me, I don't want to get into it because y'all recording, but I'll tell you once you guys aren't recording when that happened. So anywho, I'm gonna make sure that
I have the reverb back now.
Cool. I'm gonna make sure that I don't hit this button, and that's why I keep this up. Give me a sec on the lip smacks. Thank you.
I just keep listening to the echoes of the reverb on it. It's
Yeah.
like so metallic.
So one sec. So that's why I keep this up though. So that way, if you hit the mix, I will hear it, right? So now you got all that set up. I'll be like, all right, brother, I'm gonna find a part for you to jump in. I'm gonna punch you in.
Okay.
So always make sure. Look at my record right now. Do you see the quick punch on? No, right? How do you turn it on? You may ask. There's a few ways. I hover over it with the mouse, right click, and click quick punch, right? What's the quick key for it? 5. You can also hit 6, just number 6 in the numeric pad will turn it on too, but easiest way, right click, quick punch, right? Because I'm gonna have you punch in. Let me find a part where he can count. So I'm gonna start him probably 2 bars before, but I'm not gonna record from bar 20. I'm gonna record right on the 1. So let me explain that to him, right? Hey, brother, I'm gonna start you 2 bars before. I'm gonna punch you in. Just count to 10 on beat for me, please.
Okie dokie.
Cool. So here we go. You can do it more than one way. You can hit it over there, hit 3, or you can do it from here. I'm gonna do it from here. I mean, usually this works, but it hasn't been. So I'm gonna hit 0 to start. I'm gonna punch on it down. Go back over here. So let's see. Can you zoom out for me real quick? Somebody that's by the board over there. Cool. So it looks like a good recording. Well, check it out. Because if he didn't count on beat or it's weak, I'm gonna ask you to record it again. So once you get to this part 2, I'm probably gonna ask you to solo it so I can hear it or turn it up. So if I say put up your level from your return, this is your return, right? I'll put it up right here. Or if I say give me less. Or if I say solo, you'll solo it, right? So let's go through that. I'm gonna play it back real quick. 1 sec, okay?
Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So let me go over it like if I was actually telling you, right? All right, play it for me. Turn it up.
2, 3,
Solo it.
4,
Unsolo it.
6, 7, 8, 9.
Cool. Let me solo that first part to see if I actually got that one.
1, 2.
I did. Cool. Did you hear that?
Yes.
That's it. Once he confirms it, you're done. Things to watch out for in this portion. If I would have put I on this, if I would have put it in input, what would have happened if I tried to play it right now? Anyone know?
Feedback.
Nope, we're not
it's
feedback.
just-
Oh, record over it.
Nope.
You're
If
just
I'm-
hearing what
You want to
the
hear
mic
it.
is-
Yep.
You want to hear what's
Yeah, you're just hearing
Yeah.
the mic input. You're not hearing what you recorded.
Exactly, because look. Go ahead
So you only hear the
and
record.
sing the Star Spangled Banner for me.
Yeah.
Oh.
See, so he's, thank you. Obviously, if I have it in input, that will fuck me up. So unless you are so aware, I don't mind you having an input. Just be aware that once it gets to this part and you can't figure it out, I ain't gonna say anything. You're just gonna be like, oh, okay. I don't know. Why isn't it come in? What is it? What is it? Believe me, it's happened. They're like, what is it? And they're trying to figure it out. And I'm just looking. I'm like, man, I don't know. And they're looking. Everything's right. Oh, my fucking input. All right. Shift I. Play it back.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Cool. Also, did you notice where I punched? I punched it in on like a little before the down. I don't want you to record from 20, right? If I see this, what is it? Bar 20? Right? Or star 20. If I see this, does this work? Let's see.
never combine.
Okay, let's do it this way. If I see this,
Never combine.
stop.
Why are you going down?
Because I'm gonna be like, that's wrong. Please do it again. All right, undo. All right,
Never combine.
go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Going down.
So then if that happens, I'll be like, do it again. Fuck, sorry, no, let's do it again. One more second. All right, so there we go.
Never combine. Why are you going down?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Why are you going down?
Stop it. And then you're gonna stop. Not punch out, stop. So the song stops, and then all right, I might tell you to move it closer. So if you're right here, just move the arrow. Right. Cool. All right, play.
You're going down.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Why are you going down?
Highly suggest that you guys check out your classmates to see who can count on 10 or count to 10 on beat. I'm sure there's a drummer in here that we can trust, right? But count to 10 on beat, and then make sure, like, you guys will see all the personalities that go in there. You see, like, oh, you know, maybe I'll use someone else, right? So it will happen, because I'm telling you, I've seen it happen where they resort to, they couldn't find somebody, and you need to have somebody in there, by the way. You can't have nobody. I'll be like, well, all right, find somebody, and not the mentor, right? So I've seen it happen where they'll get one of their classmates, and they cannot count on beat, dude. They can't count on beat, right? And I'm just like, damn, dude, that's not it. Go again. Don't let that be the factor that kills you on this test. Please, do not let that be the factor. Don't let anything be the factor. Just pass the damn test. You know what I'm saying? It's only 15 minutes to get an A, right? And then from there, the time starts dropping. 15 minutes to get an A.
15 max. Okay.
No, not max. 15 to get an A. Yeah.
So
Or
what's the cutoff
16 B, 17 C, la da da da.
So 17 you fail. Or is it 18?
18, right?
18.
B, wait, A, B, C, D. Don't get a D.
No.
So don't get 18.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Don't get 15. Get under 15 if you can, if it's a good mix, right? You guys have time to practice. I would say utilize the time. Talk to your
Here to
No,
get it.
so when you want to send it to the mix bus,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and then click this one and this at the same time,
Uh-huh.
and make sure this is all the way right here. We're listening to the mix bus, obviously, so we're
Yeah.
using the mix bus. Make sure that you turned on this one. Do you see it says A77X? That's for Adams. And then for my specific song, or when you guys are mixing with me, make sure this is at 8.
Okay.
Cool. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Cool. Let me just turn this off.